welcome to the layout. Welcome back to the layout. The Union Pacific Railroad Evanston subdivision in HO Scale. My name is Daryl Cruz, owner and builder of the layout, and your host for a special product review. This time of coal hoppers. Going to do a little bit of a comparison between the Rapido Autofloods, which I've had for quite a while, and the new Walthers mainline. Now, I should say new as far as a new release of, I think, a fairly old model. Here you can see the Rapidos and now the Walthers mainline. So we're going to take a look at these. I got 30 of them. Actually, I got 24. Expecting 6 more here in a little bit. And we're going to take a look at these new hoppers and kind of compare them to the Rapidos. Also share a little bit about why I went ahead and went with these. I have had some Intermountain gondola cars filling in until I could get these. And but now they did arrive, and we're going to take a look and see how these Walthers mainline RD4 coal hoppers are and how they're going to fit on the layout. As I try to cut the packaging without cutting skin. Probably not as careful as I should be. All right, got all the packaging tape taken care of, and received this package from Lombard Hobbies, and I pre-ordered these so that I was make sure that I was able to get some when they came in. Walthers, last I checked, was out of stock of them, but I should say Lombard's was out of stock of them, but Walthers still has them in stock. Last I checked. So if you want to check these out, you can special order them with Lombard Hobbies and make sure you get the right and best price as I wrestle with the packaging. All right, here we are. This is the Walthers mainline, which is not their cheapest line. It's kind of their midline between the Walthers Proto, and I forget what their lowest line is called. But the Walthers mainline is kind of the in-between brand. And these are packaged very well, looks like. And here we have the RD4 hoppers. These are 5-bay hoppers. This is the type of hoppers you see out west on the Union Pacific. It's kind of interesting. The Union Pacific takes coal from the Powder River Basin in Wyoming, and when it takes it east to the Midwest, it's usually Bethgon gondola cars. But all the trains I've seen going west from the Wyoming Powder River Basin, I think they go to Nevada coal plants, maybe some others. But those are usually these rapid discharge 5 hopper cars. And of course I got them in the Union Pacific CMO. Got a bunch of single cars, and then I got a few 6-packs. I have some more 6-pack, a couple more 6-packs coming also. As I said, I think Lombard doesn't have them in stock right now. But Walthers does still have some, and you can order them directly from Walthers, but it'd be a lot more expensive. Best thing to do is to do a special order, and you can do that on the website. Just fill out the special order form, and they'll get them from Walthers, and the price that I got them for, and I think this is the price for Lombards, is $32.99. And so that's a look at the first look at the model. We'll see it on the layout here also in a bit. Here's the information on the packaging. And there's information as far as the numbers, description. So this package from Lombard Hobbies is all RD4 hoppers, nothing else. 24 in this package, and again I have some more coming, a couple more 3-packs coming, so they're all stacked in there nicely. Took me quite a while to get them all out and situated, mainly because I also took time to remove the cars that I had standing in for these. So here's the 3-pack. Alright, so on the layout I have 2 coal trains, an eastbound with empties and a westbound with loaded coal cars. And each train has like 44 cars. Right now you'll only count 41 because I'm still waiting on the 2 3-packs that are still going to be coming in. So here's the Rapidos. Now these are not RD4s, they're Autofloods, which is the more modern version. I think these were designed initially by Trinity Industries. They came out with a rapid discharge 5-bay hopper car. And now you notice there's some gondola cars. I'm not sure if these are Bethgond or some other. There's some kind of bathtub gondola. And I got these from Intermountain. They were like $25 a piece. And I just got these as stand-ins because there really weren't any more Autofloods available, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted both trains to be completely made up of Autofloods. So I got these as stand-ins until I was able to get some RD4 hoppers to fit in with the Autofloods. Here you see some more Autofloods again as they go through this little crossing just outside of Evanston. These crossing gates are by Tomar. I had these in for a little while. And you've noticed that one goes up very slowly. I had to put a little grease on the mechanism a little bit. It's all fixed up now, but there barely makes it back up. But all is well once again. Now, from my observations, and if you know more about this than I do, by all means share in the comments, but this is a train going through Rochelle carrying Powder River Basin coal in Wyoming to this one's a WEPX. I think that's Wisconsin Power. So taking it to power plants in Wisconsin. And they also have a bunch of power plants in Chicago area that also receive coal. Here's a train in Utah taking coal from the Powder River Basin to Nevada coal plants. And again, my observation has been that coal going towards the Midwest is the bathtub gonds, and coal going west to Nevada and other coal plants is the rapid discharge 5-bay hoppers. So since the Evanston sub is basically runs west from the Powder River Basin, I needed to have these 5-bay rapid discharge hopper cars, and here you get a good look at the printing. It's very, very good printing. I mean, you can read it to the smallest print. So nicely done as far as paint. The paint is very opaque and applied precisely. Some printing on the ends as well. Not a lot of brake detail or uncoupling gear on the ends, but you do have a little walkway there, the brake wheel, and the ladders and steps look good. They're not the best I've seen, but they definitely are passable when they're on the layout and you see a coal train going by. There is decent detail on the inside. You can see there's some rivet detail where the braces attach to the inside of the hopper cars. A lot of good rivet detail on the outside, but there are not rivet detail on the insides of the hopper. So if there's rivets on the outside, there should be rivets on the inside, if you know how rivets are attached, unless the plates are double-ended. Now here you have the Rapido hopper on the right. That's the Rapido Autoflood III, and you can see a difference between the handrails and the steps. Definitely much finer on the Rapido compared to the Walthers mainline. And then again, you can see the bracing is very well done, and there is rivet detail on the inside. So I definitely want to try and run these with the RD4 hoppers from Walthers mainline loaded, and then have the Rapidos all be the empty cars. Also, a little detail on the blue on the roller bearings. I'm not sure if that's just because it's a newer version compared to the RD4s, but I definitely wanted to have some RD4s and some Autofloods. That's why I didn't get the rest of the cars as Autofloods, is because if you watch trains going through, you have a lot of different versions of the 5-bay hopper cars. And so I definitely didn't want it to be all Autofloods. I wanted it to be some RD4s and some Autofloods, and so there'd be a little mixture between the two. As we see a train going through Granger, and this train is empties, and it starts out with the Rapido Autoflood 3s. And I've had these for a while. Was a little disappointed in the trucks. They were not free rolling at all. In fact, I had to contact Rapido, and they sent out brand new trucks for all of them. They basically replaced all the trucks because they knew there was a manufacturing defect of some sort. One problem with that, here you see the transition between Autofloods to the Walthers mainline. The main drawback of that trucks being replaced is that the replacement trucks did not have the printing of the road name and the road number on the trucks like they're supposed to have. So it kind of lost out on that. Disappointed with Rapido in that sense. Was nice though that they did replace all the trucks. Again, this is in Granger, and these are all the Walthers RD4 hoppers. So value-wise, the Walthers mainline ones are $33. The Rapido Autofloods are $48. So there's a $15 difference between the two. If you just need a few for a small layout or for like a 10-car train, might want to go with the Autofloods if that's your liking. Lombard Hobbies does have those in stock right now. Or if you want something a little bit more reasonable on price, for me, I wanted to have some RD4s and some Autofloods. I wanted to have a mixture, so that kind of made me want to get some of the Walthers. And then, of course, I got 30 of them, so that's $480 or $415, $450 difference in price. So definitely was something that kind of was enough to make a difference for me. I think once they're all weathered and so on, this is a loaded train of all Autofloods. And again, I probably will try to get these loads onto the RD4s eventually. I think once they're all weathered up, they're going to look great running together. Well, thanks so much for watching this. Again, if you want the Walthers mainline, do a special order through Lombard Hobbies. It'll only take a few days for them to get them and get them shipped out to you. Again, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great week, this great July week, and have fun running trains. Take care, everybody.